Hi everybody, my name's Dan from Encore Motor Cars. I'm the internet sales specialist here and do the eBay sales. And I'm going to try to quickly cover as much information as I can in a very short amount of time on this 2003 Lexus SC430 Hardtop Convertible. This car was traded in by a customer who's owned this car since new. It does have it's a very clean car and it's got a clean Carfax. The Carfax states that there's two owners on it. The reality is the first owner was one of the members of the couple that owned it, and the second one was they sold whatever car they had at the time, and the other person in the marriage was the other owner. They just wanted to use her tag that she had, so they put it in her name. Anyway, so it's a one-owner car. On the Carfax it shows two. You can see that the majority of the miles, 95,000 miles on this car, were accumulated during trips back and forth from their hometown of Alexandria, Virginia to Tampa, Florida, or it's right outside of Tampa, Florida, where they had their winter estate. And this car, you can see on the Carfax that they drove it back and forth. They did spend, if you look at the Carfax, the servicing that was done in the Florida region was done during the winter time. So this is a car that made the trek back and forth, but it did not spend the winters up there in Virginia. It spent the winters down here in Tampa. And you can see that by looking at the car as well. We looked at this car very closely on the lift, and it's got some great service history. It's was serviced at the Lexus dealerships along the way. A couple of little Tire Kingdom battery here and there to save a little bit of money, but all the major services were done at the Lexus dealership. So that's what the Carfax shows. The Carfax, by the way, is listed on this listing. If you're looking at this listing with the video, unless you're on YouTube, if you're looking at this within the listing, there is a box. Click on the free history report. You'll be able to look at the Carfax yourself to see what I'm talking about. If you need a copy and you don't have it, just get a hold of me. My name's Dan. Like I said, my phone number is 941-915-7637, and I'll be happy to either email it to you or text it to you or whatever. If you want to shoot me a text with your email, I can just email it to you. Quickly, let's go over the condition of the exterior of the car. It's 100% factory original as far as wheels, tires, size, paint on the car, never been painted on. Clean Carfax, no damage history ever. The worst part about the car I'm going to show you is there's a couple of very superficial, I guess these should be expected on the car with 2003, a couple of very superficial stone chips on the leading edge of the car. A couple right here at the very corner of the hood. Otherwise, it's in good condition. There was one thing that we had done on the car before after the customer traded it in. There was a few stone chips on the lower section here, so we had refinished from here down. There's no structural damage at all there, but that was refinished, and it looks beautiful from there down. The lenses on the lights are in great condition. The car's been in the garage the whole time, so there's no haze or fade on any of the lenses for the headlights or any of the other bright work, grille, etc. All looks in good condition. Lower lights, fog lights, the lenses are all in good condition. Tires and wheels the wheels really are surprising just how nice they are. But there's no marks on the wheels. They're very careful drivers. And it's got a new set of Hercules tires on here that are, when I say newer, I looked at the tire age, and they are March of 2015, so they're new enough for you to be able to use them and ride them for years without having to worry about the dry rot being an issue. The back exhaust tips are in great condition. The reverse lights are way down low on this car, and those lenses can get cracked and damaged because they're down so low. People back into things. On this particular car, no damage on this car ever. On the Carfax, you can see that the antenna was replaced not too long ago at the Lexus dealership down here in Sarasota. And like I said, these people just traded in this car for basically another one. We found one of these cars with very, very low miles, and they really loved this car, and that's why they kept it so long. They just couldn't find one that was nice because they stopped making these. But we had a silver one in here with super low miles, on it, and they drove down here to get it from Tampa. So, exterior of the car, phenomenal condition. Usually there's some marks here and there that on this car are absent. Mirrors are in good condition. The glass, the original windshield, fantastic condition. You can see it's the original Lexus windshield. No stone chips or anything like that going on. The handles don't have any scuffs or marks or fingernail marks from people getting in. And the interior is just in phenomenal condition for a 95,000 mile car. This car really surprised me when I first saw this car, just how nice it was with the seats and the condition. I'm getting a close-up of the bolster right here. This is all original leather. Nobody's sewn anything in here, guys. This is 100% original. And I love the color combination and nice contrast between the pearl white exterior and this darker brown leather interior. Almost looks like about the color of a baseball glove. Really sharp looking. The interior wood grain is in beautiful condition. All the controls are in really nice condition. All the gauges are working. Door panels are in great condition where people rest their arm. No marks of sweating or damage. These were really finicky people that own this car, and that's the kind of car I like to get my hands on when they're done with them. It's from people like this. Headliner's in great condition. Everything works on the car right through it. The top works. Cruise control, tilt and telescopic steering column, power seats up and down, the lumbar support, power windows, the memory seats. It does have the upgraded Mark Levinson sound system in here. That's all working correctly. Cruise control, heated seats, all the stuff is operational on the car. I don't want to bore you by going through all of them with you. I'm just telling you that we've checked them through our shop. We do have a full service department here. This dealership facility used to be the BMW dealership here in town, and we have a full service department with all the technology that the new car dealerships have, so that we're able to service the cars correctly. And people that buy them that are local to us, most of them come back to us for service. Condition of the steering wheel. These Lexus, I've had a couple of these. These wood grain steering wheels can get a little wear on them, damage. A lot of the reason why is because they get sun damage. They get heated up and they start to crack. They get like lacquer cracks on the clear part of it, and it looks ugly, and you can feel it on the steering wheel when that happens. I've had a few of those cars that have not been kept inside and kept the way these people kept this, and so you don't have any of that stuff going on with this car. It's like almost like a new steering wheel. You can see that there's no lights on. I've got the emergency brake on here, and get that light to go off there on the left, and my seatbelt's not. That's what that blinking light is down there. Mileage is 95,728. I'm going to show you the navigation system that is fully operational. Stereo system works great. I just turned it off. Of course, you can't get the true sound over my iPhone microphone here, but that Mark Levinson is nice. It's got a nice low end to it, and multiple speakers, tweeters up here by the mirrors, and really a good subwoofer system in the back area. So after with a phone call on my phone, quickly just going to show you the visors. Whoops. And the mirrors, the lights working, and go ahead and open the roof. That was not a noise from here. I think that was a dumpster being emptied out back. Okay, that works great. We'll go ahead and close it now. You can watch it coming up. Then if I keep my finger on that, the windows return as well. Okay, I'm going to reopen the navigation system. It does stay operational behind the scenes back there if you've got it closed. It's nice to have that closed to guard against damage or whatever, sun damage. Okay, we're going to quickly take it for a ride. It's got a tilt and telescoping steering column that's electronic, and again, everything works great on that. I like my steering wheel low and close, so I'm quickly going to tell you what we found. We put it through our shop. This car had been serviced. It's got 95,000 miles on it now. It had been serviced at 86,000 miles. The brakes and the tires and all that kind of stuff were done at around the same time. They put the tires on it earlier. They noticed that the brakes needed to be replaced, and then they asked the customers to come back and do that. So the brakes and everything, as far as the wear items go, brakes and tires were done, and that was 10,000 miles ago. So there's plenty of, when we looked at it, it said near new, you know, as far as the condition of the brake pads, the caliper, the rotors are real nice. I'm driving it right now, and I'm noticing that they're, when I put my foot on the brake, there's no vibration whatsoever, which tell me that the rotors are nice and straight on the car, so that there's no need to worry about having to service the brake rotors anytime soon. And we've been through the whole car, and we've also noted that there was only one thing that needed to be done. The tire pressure warning system, which is very common on these Lexus cars in the early 2000s if you're keeping them and you're deciding to spend money on them. The tire pressure warning system, that's an item that is only has a shelf life or a life expectancy of less than about this time. And so those we're going off, and they told us that, and I guess that they quoted them about $1,000 to replace those, all of them, and they suggested that they do them all at the Lexus dealer, and they said, you know, I'll just check them manually for $1,000. Well, we know that that's not the right thing to do, and that you don't want your car to especially when you buy one like this, and everything else is so beautiful about the car, you don't want to have any reason why you'd have to service the car. So we went ahead and replaced. Of course, it didn't cost us $1,000. It cost us $643 to have them replaced, and that was really the only thing that this person let go, because they couldn't justify the $1,000. Well, guess what? You don't have to worry about it. They will be good for another 20 years. So you've got those brand new now. So in the last 10,000 miles, the tires, brakes, and anything that needed to be done was serviced and done. You can tell on the Carfax that it was serviced religiously, and whatever needed to be done was done. And then if you look at the car, that really confirms it. So I'm driving it now. I'm noticing it's quiet. There's no squeaks. There's no weird noises. There's definitely no odors in the car. Not a smoking car. And generally, I'd say this car is very much like that very, very low mileage car that we just sold for $30,000 to these people. So, I think it's a fantastic car, and the Lexus engineering is such that you don't have to worry about it. 95,000 miles, you've got another 100,000 miles easily to enjoy the car. They don't make them anymore. Low mileage ones are going through the roof, and if you like these cars and you want one of these cars, they're going to hold their value. And as long as you keep the service going like these people have, and pick up where they left off, I think you'll be in good shape. Last thing that I'll do when I park the car is I will just pop the hood real quick and just look under the hood, and then we'll be finished with this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just start the engine up here back at the dealership now, and just kind of take a look at the engine. One last thing. See that all the decals under the hood here are where they're supposed to be. The VIN number correct for the car here, showing that it's the same hood that came with the car, and that doesn't look like there's ever been any trouble anywhere here in this car. Take a look at the body first. I'm going to look at the mechanical things. The decal right there, that's supposed to be there for the Lexus SC. And again, let's take a quick look under the hood. I like to look down here in the front sections here. That would, if there's any kind of impact on the front of the car, that would be something that I would pick up on. I looked at this area of the car. You can see that the extensions of the front of the car, the mounting hardware and so forth for the front of the car are original factory, untouched, and non-problematic. Also, I take a look down at the lower sections here. Looking at the metal parts, so look for any kind of corrosion, especially if like on the Carfax, I saw that it was from Maryland. And, you know, I wanted to double check those, all the metal parts here to make sure that there's nothing that's showing any kind of signs of rust or any kind of exposure. So it doesn't appear that it has any. Let's just look at the battery. The battery is a AAA battery. Take a look at don't see a date on here anywhere, but it looks like it's in good condition. It looks fairly new, and the hardware is in good condition. It doesn't have any build-up, white chalky build-up. Yeah, it looks like the hardware and everything is in great condition there. So I don't think there's any issue with the battery. It's on right up for me. And looks like it was checked as part of our inspection, and the battery was checked as good, and the charging system was also checked as good. That's the VIN number of the car back there. So that should about do it, guys. The name is Dan from Encore Motor Cars. 941-915-7637 is my number. If you haven't spoken to anybody yet at the dealership and you see this video and you want to discuss the car with somebody, as you know, I've done my research on the car. I've interviewed the salesperson that took the car in trade, and I know all about the car as much as I can. And I don't think there's anything that you could ask me that I wouldn't know about, but if I didn't know about it, we'd be happy to furnish that information for you when I do the research. I appreciate you watching today. Have a great day. Last thing, I just want to let you know I've got the full set of books that came with the car, and both sets of keys with the car as well.